Hello, everyone. This is Southern Belle Whisper. I hope you all are having a beautiful day today. It's about 1 o'clock right now, at least in my hemisphere. Is it hemisphere? I was never good at geography. Anyways, first off, I just want to thank you all for all the lovely comments that you sent me on my video I posted last night. As I told you, I was very nervous about posting that video. But you guys made me realize that there is nothing to fear. I've been with you guys for 12 years now, and I shouldn't ever be afraid that I will be judged for who I am. And I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. So thank you. But today, remember how I was talking about God winks to you guys? If you've seen the video, I've had a lot of God winks lately, and me and my best friend were talking. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm getting old, you guys, and I can not eat like certain spicy foods or anything like that, I've realized. Yeah, so, but me and my best friend were talking last night. We were talking about who our favorite actresses and actors were. Because if you guys haven't seen it, I don't know what brought it up. Oh, where Jennifer Gardner did a speech for Mark Ruffalo because he got a Hollywood Walk of Fame star yesterday. And we were just talking because Jennifer Gardner is one of my favorite actresses of all time. And so we were just talking about it, and I mentioned that one of my favorite actors was Robert De Niro. I said, I know he's an oldie, but he's a goodie. And she agreed, but then I checked the mail today, and I got People Magazine, because I get issue of People Magazine every week. And guess who's on the cover? None other than the legend. I keep wanting to say legacy. None other than the legend himself, Robert De Niro. So I was like, maybe this is a sign I should do a magazine flip through. So in this issue, we are going to be reading about Love Triangle Turned Deadly, the King's career, the King's cancer crisis. William steps up and Harry rushes to Charles's side. Why? Asshole. I can't stand King Charles. Celine Dion. Oh my goodness. When she came out, if you guys saw the Grammys the other night, when she came out on stage, I fangirled like crazy. Inside her inspiring recovery, emotional Grammys return. If you guys would like me to do a video on what I thought of the Grammys, please let me know, because I love videos like that. And then Robert De Niro on fame, family, and the joy of fatherhood. He still looks good. I'm sorry if he does. Oh my goodness, look at this cat. It almost looks like Jubilee Whisper's cat. Oop. Such a cutie. And then we have a bunch of actors and actresses on this page. Like Heidi Klum says, my parents were running around nude in the house. We would go to nudist beaches. We had a camper, and we go to places where everyone is nude. I'm feeling comfortable naked. I can't stand her. I don't know what it is about her, but I can't stand the bitch. Keanu Reeves said, I once told him, well, actually, I wrote him a letter, and I said, people love John Wick because Sharon loves John Wick. Remembering his late John Wick co-star Lance Reddick to people. Timothy Chalamet says, honestly, it's Tim O'Tay. But I would not oblige you to say it like that, and it could be Timothy or Timmy or Doug or Alan on the pronunciation of his name. So it's Tim O'Tay. I like Timothy better. Sorry. And then Joey Foster says, if it was just dancing and cats, I'd be all for it. Revealing what would get her to use social media. Good for her. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so addicted to social media. I got this page right here. 5 things we're talking about. Number 1, an Elmo and Larry David face-off. While appearing on the Today Show, Curb Your Enthusiasm's famous curmudgeon attacked the Sesame Street Muppet. David later said he was really sorry. Elmo accepted the apology. Number 2, a breakfast mashup. Victor Allen's Coffee is partnering with General Mills to transform a childhood cereal staple into a grown-up beverage. Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee is now available at Sam's Club. I love coffee. Number 3, Michael B. Jordan's new campaign. The Creed star is the latest global ambassador for David Yurman and the face of the brand's first ever men's high jewelry collection, the Volt. It certainly suits the 2020 sexiest man alive. Number 4, One Last Hurrah. Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino are teaming up for the 3rd time. Pitt, who starred in *Inglourious Basterds* in 2009 and *Once Upon a Time in Hollywood* in 2019, is planning to appear in what Tarantino says will be his final film, The Movie Critic. Oh, I love Quentin Tarantino. Number 5. Sorry, I'm trying to get it. Number 5. Longtime married couple Kevin Bacon and Kara Sedgwick will appear in the movie Connaissance, their first film together in 20 years. I love it. Have you seen their videos on TikTok? They're just so cute. Here's a weird dog, Caesar dog ad. Buddy. Scotch Terrier. And then we got the table of contents, which really doesn't matter. This was one of my favorite parts of the whole show. So, Miley Cyrus, who channeled Tina Turner during her triumphant performance of Flowers, took home her first 2 Grammy Awards. I don't think I forgot anyone, but I might have forgotten underwear, she quipped during her Record of the Year acceptance speech. Like, this girl inspires me so much. I'm so happy for her, seriously. And then we have a good picture of Lana Del Rey. And who's the girl in the middle? Phoebe Bridgers. Okay, the only 2 that matter is Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, who announced her upcoming album, The Tortured Poets Department, and made history with her 4th Album of the Year win, held court sitting front and center with fellow Album of the Year contenders Lana Del Rey and Phoebe Bridgers and Producer of the Year non-classical winner Jack Antonoff. Selena, my niece, is a die-hard Lana Del Rey fan, and she was pretty upset that Lana Del Rey didn't win anything. And I'm upset for her because that girl's been she's been singing for a long time, and she's been nominated, 3 or 4 times, and she's never won. That's ridiculous. But I thought it was really sweet how Taylor Swift pulled her to the stage. That was pretty sweet. And Lana Del Rey looked beautiful that night. I told Selena, I said, I want to get my bangs just like her, where it's where it's kind of longer on the sides. And then Joni Mitchell was there at the Grammys. After winning Best Folk Album earlier in the day, Joni Mitchell hit the stage for her debut Grammys performance, singing a moving rendition of her classic hit, Both Sides Now. I didn't realize Joni Mitchell was so old. The top nominated artist of the evening, Sia, won 3 of the 9 awards she was up for. I'm not an attractive crier, she joked in an emotional speech while accepting Best R&B Song for Snooze. I'm not a big rap fan, or R&B fan, I guess you could call it. Families at the Grammys. Billie Eilish, who wrote a Barbie-inspired ensemble, and her brother Phineas took the stage to perform their Barbie soundtrack standout, What Was I Made For? The ballad earned them 2 Grammys, including Song of the Year. I didn't realize that was her brother. It's almost like the Carpenters. It's almost like Karen Carpenter and her brother in it. I love Billie Eilish. Oh, this asshole right here. Oh my gosh. Jay-Z brought daughter Blue Ivy 12 on stage when he accepted the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. I used to say it was a sippy cup for Blue, he said of the gramophone trophies, but Blue's grown up now and she has her own Grammys. And then he started talking about Beyonce and how it's not fair that she hasn't won a Grammy, or I thought she did win a Grammy. Whatever, but I can't stand him. Billy Joel, who performed his new song Turn the Lights Back On, attended the show with wife Alexis Roderick and daughters Remy Ann and Della Rose. Here's Billy Joel. And then we have couples. We have John Legend and his wife. John Legend posed with wife Chrissy Teigen, who wore a little black Alexandre Vathor dress with a pink ruffle. They're always so cute. Best Americana Performance winner Brandi Carlile and wife Katherine Shepard held hands ahead of the show. Paris Hilton and husband Carter Room enjoyed a parents' night out after welcoming their second child in January. I can't believe how good Paris Hilton still looks. That's crazy. Album of the Year nominee John Batiste planted a sweet kiss on his wife, Zalukia Joanad, who missed his 2022 Grammy suite because of her cancer treatment at the time. Sorry, just sometimes I can't pronounce people's names. It says here it's party time. Bruce Springsteen stepped out to honor his fellow Jersey boy John Bon Jovi at the MusiCares Person of the Year event on February 2nd. Jessica Simpson and Ashley Simpson Ross posed at Steven Tyler's Jam for Janie viewing party. Best New Artist winner Victoria Monet performed at Spotify's Best New Artist party on February 1st. Josh Groban and girlfriend Natalie McQueen enjoyed a date night at Warner Music Group's pre-party on February 1st. Country stars Jelly Roll and Lainey Wilson sang their nominated hit duet Save Me at Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy Gala on February 3rd. I cannot believe that Jelly Roll did not win the Grammy for Best New Artist. The person that won, I didn't even know her. I was like, who is this? Like, I cannot believe he didn't win Best New Artist. I love him. And he deserved it. Like, what the hell is going on right now? Anyways, sorry. I'll do another video. Please tell me down in the comments if you would like me to do a video more on the Grammys. Paris Jackson rocked a leopard print jacket at the Universal Music Group after party. Oh, we got dresses. Okay, so let me judge. Okay, Olivia Rodrigo. Fun fact, the nominee's vintage Versace gown originally debuted in 1995, which makes it 8 years older than her. Bulgari, rubies, and diamonds complement the look. Okay, well, I like it. I don't love it. I think she should have put just a little color, or maybe a necklace or earrings. She is wearing earrings. Maybe did something different with her hair. She definitely needs a necklace or something and some bracelets. Like it just seems so. For the Grammys, I mean, come on, you're supposed to deck yourself out. It's Grammys. Miley Cyrus, before making multiple outfit changes, the Record of the Year winner kicked off the night in a Maison Margiela artisanal dress featuring 14,000 safety pins and antique beads. I've seen all these TikToks of people making fun of her hair, and I'm like, really? I mean, what? I like it. I think it looks great on her. I mean, she can pretty much wear any hairstyle and knock it out of the park. But I don't like how people are making fun of her. I think it's wrong. Taylor Swift. Swifties couldn't wait to decode the Album of the Year winner's look, from her custom hot culture gown and gloves to her Lorraine Schwartz watch choker. Okay, so me and my dad and people at work have been talking about the fact that if the Chiefs win this Sunday, there's probably going to be a proposal on the field. And look, does this not look like a wedding dress to you? Does that not look like a wedding dress? I mean, I hated her hair. Like, that's the first thing I said about her. I was like, she couldn't have done anything different with her hair. Okay. Janelle Monáe, the double nominee, says she felt classic, timeless, futuristic in her custom Giorgio Armani Private embellished gown, which described as liquidy blackness. I love this dress. She kills it. It's black, it's shimmery. She looks great. I love the top of it. She looks like a Catwoman. I mean, she looks great. Her hair, everything she's wearing, I love it. Love it. And then Dua Lipa. I felt very Joan of Arc, the nominee and performer said, of her custom gunmetal dress with lip cutouts, which she topped off with the Tiffany & Co. necklace. I don't like that. That looks like a shimmery robe that you'd put on after a bath. Like, I do not like it at all. Like, I don't like it. So let's from favorite to least favorite, okay? 1, 2, just guess this Miley Cyrus. 3, 4, and 5. Yep. All right. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry. I wasn't expecting that. A starry selfie. Erica Alexander shared a smiley moment with her former living single co-star Queen Latifah and her American Fiction co-star Tracee Ellis Ross at the 15% Pledge Gala, where Ross received the Trailblazer Award. Making new music. Oh, Jordan Sparks. American Idol alum Jordan Sparks shared that her new upcoming album will have country, R&B, and a little bit of gospel influences at People, the Recording Academy, and Sephora's Women in the Mix pre-Grammy event. Good for her. I've always loved her. I used to sing No Air, her and Chris Brown song when I was a teenager. Following a trip to snowy Japan, Chris Hemsworth returned home to Australia to catch some waves on a summer day with his older brother Luke. Not picture. God, all right. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a dress. Live from New York, Jennifer Lopez appeared on Saturday Night Live as a musical guest for the fourth time to perform her recent single Can't Get Enough and the title track from her upcoming album This Is Me, now out February 16th. Gosh almighty, some people would say that's too much, but like, she looks like cotton candy. It's beautiful on her. She's gorgeous. And I'm so glad, I'm not glad, I'm so upset for her that she is married to such a douche. Cruz family support, Cruz Beckham, Nicola Peltz Beckham, Victoria Beckham, and Brooklyn Peltz Beckham huddled up at the premiere of Nicola's directional debut, Lola, which she also stars in, and wrote. And of course, they're all beautiful, of course. One cute pup. Amel and George Clooney and a furry friend celebrated her 46th birthday with a stroll in the sun. I loved it. I've always loved it. I'm glad that it's working out. Oh, by the way, this blanket around me. Okay, so funny story. I don't have. I forgot that all my shirts are in the wash right now, and I did have a shirt, but it's strapless, or it's a it's a spaghetti strap shirt, and I don't like. I'm self-conscious, so I put a blanket around me. Oh, here we go. Celine Dion, back in the spotlight. Oh, the magazine. On a night where women resigned supreme at the Grammys, there was one whose star shone exceptionally bright, Celine Dion. The acclaimed singer 55 made a surprise appearance at the 66th Annual Grammy Awards in Los Angeles on February 4th to present the trophy for Album of the Year, marking her first major public outing since she was diagnosed with the rare neurological disorder stiff person syndrome in 2002. As she walked out on stage holding her 23-year-old son, Renee Charles Angeli's arm, she received a standing ovation from the star-studded crowd. "Thank you all. I love you right back," Dion told the audience. When I say that I'm happy to be here, I really meant it from my heart." After announcing that Taylor Swift 34 had won the night's final prize, Dion was photographed sharing a hug backstage with the singer, who made history as the first artist to win Album of the Year 4 times. There they are hugging. And the memorable backstage run-ins didn't end there. Everybody was stopping Celine, says a source. She had a beautiful moment with Oprah Winfrey. She and Stevie Wonder sang together. They were just riffing. Victoria Monet stopped her. It was just a nice night for her, and everyone was so gracious. 3 months prior to the high-profile outing, the Canadian star made her first appearance at a public event in 3.5 years. On October 30th, she and her sons, Renee Charles and 13-year-old twins Nelson and Eddie, stepped out in Las Vegas to cheer on her hometown ice hockey team, the Montreal Canadiens, during their game against the Vegas Golden Knights. She's doing well, and the hope is that she can continue to do more and ease back in, says the source. Her illness is incurable, but she's honestly doing well and looking incredible. Determined to continue moving forward despite her disorder, which affects the central nervous system, Dion remains focused on the future while launching a career filled with achievements. In January, she announced the documentary I Am Celine Dion, which will peel back the curtain on her legendary career, as well as her new normal as she navigates her diagnosis. According to the source, Dion is also eyeing a return to music. She has her documentary coming out, and fans will see everything she went through, the insider says. She hopes to get back into the music side of things more as well, For now, though, the source says she's taken things step by step. I love her. God, I love her. And then there's a little one about, what's her name? Tracy Chapman. Oh, that was one of my favorite. Like, every time I hear, what's the song? Fast Car. Like, I've never really listened to it until they sang it at the Grammys, and I was a mess. I was like, oh my God. Her big return to the Grammys. At the Grammy Awards on February 4th, Tracy Chapman made her first live performance in 4 years as she sang a stirring rendition of her 1988 hit Fast Car with country star Luke Combs, 33, whose 2023 cover of the song topped the charts and earned a Best Country Solo Performance nod. When we got to the first rehearsal, we had tears in our eyes, says bassist Larry Klein, who played on the original studio recording of the song and joined Chapman 59 on stage. Chapman first performed the song at the Grammys in 1989, the year she won Best New Artist. Since her last tour ended in 2009, Chapman has made only a handful of public appearances. In November, she won Song of the Year at the CMA Awards for Fast Car, thanks to Combs' cover. It's truly an honor, she said at the time. So sweet. This week in love. So let's see. Julia Roberts and Danny Moder. Like, I am so surprised they're still killing it. Like, you know how she's been through a lot of men. I love her, by the way. I love Julia Roberts. Not saying any mean word towards her, but I'm actually really surprised that her and her husband are still together. The Oscar winner 56 posted a sweet Instagram tribute to mark the cinematographer's 55th birthday on January 31st. Happy birthday to this amazing man who lights up our world, wrote Roberts, who married Moder in 2002 and shares 3 children with him. So they've been together 22 years. There's the 22 again. Married, Lauren Alaina and Cam Arnold. The American Idol alum, 29, and the insurance salesman, 35, tied the knot in front of 450 guests and their dogs. At the Symphony Center in Nashville on February 4th, we have a lot of people who love us, says Alaina, who starred Dayton Arnold in 2020. Date night, Severe Figueria and Justin Salmon. I was so sad when her and Joe Mangelo broke up. The Griselda actress, 51, died with the orthopedic surgeon, 49, at Saprini, Beverly Hills on February 1st. The couple started dating in October, 3 months after Figueria split from her husband of 7 years, Joe Melangio. And the new couple, Brooklyn Mayer and Kelly Rizzo, 2 years after her late husband, Bob Saget's death. The podcast host, 44, debuted her new relationship with the clueless alum, 49, at Steven Tyler's annual Grammy Awards viewing party in LA on February 1st. Hold up. So he was in Clueless. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who did he play in Clueless? Oh, that's, oh my God. Oh, that's, oh my God. Travis. He's the skater boy from Clueless. Good for her. And she waited 2 years before getting back with anybody else. I think that's great. Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcon's Season of Love and Laughter. That was another actress that my best friend mentioned. I guess this is going to be a very long video. I hope you guys don't mind because we're already at the 30-minute mark. Famously funny couple Melissa McCarthy, 53, and Ben Falcon, 50, talk whiskey. The 2 actors are partners with the brand Big Nose Cake, now available at all 32 Black Angus Steakhouse locations and other retailers across the country, party hosting and date nights after 18 years of marriage. I love them. They're so cute. Okay, so people ask, of all the characters you played, which one would you most want to invite over for a glass of whiskey? McCarthy says, I think Tammy from 2014's Tammy. For sure, she would have way too many. We'd either end up fighting or kissing. What's your key to party hosting? Ben, that's his name. Ben says there's often a theme that Melissa will very lovingly and forcibly suggest. McCarthy says if not everybody knows each other, but everybody looks equal, parts ridiculous, you can talk to anybody. Have you made any Valentine's Day plans this year? Ben says, well, I can't give them away, but there are a couple of jets. There's a hot air balloon. We jumped from a jet into the hot air balloon. McCarthy says, oh, wow, you're going to kill me. We usually don't go out on Valentine's Day. Ben, on one of our first Valentine's Days a long time ago, we went out to a restaurant, and it was devastatingly nerve-wracking. Not for us, but you saw so many people on their first date, we were like, we've got to get out of here and go relax somewhere. What do your typical date nights look like? A lot of times I'll cook something, usually a steak. That's right. McCarthy says we'll go out to dinner, just us two. Our girls, Vivian 16 and Georgette 13, are at age now where going out to dinner is fun, just not with us. What's the best Valentine's gift you've given each other? Ben says, well, Georgie was born close to Valentine's Day, so I would say that's a pretty big gift. McCarthy says, Ben gave me a pendant many, many years ago. It's a little heart that says, truly, madly, deeply, that I wear every day, so I love that. And Ben says, and our daughter is second. They are so cute together. There's Suzanne Summers, her little getaway that they, I guess, is back. The late Three Company stars Palm Springs, California home of more than 40 years is back on the market for $8.95 million. Summers, who died on October 15th at age 76, and her husband, Alan Hamill, previously sold the sprawling 28-acre property for $8.5 million in 2021. There's a little area with a pool that you can sit back and relax. One of the villas dubbed the Rock House was designed by famed architect Albert Fry. Oh, just beautiful, gorgeous. I'm just going to flip a couple pages. If I find anything interesting. Oh, I do love this page. So, babies, One Life to Live actress Christine Alderson, 32, and her fiance, podcast host Taylor Cronsor welcomed their first baby daughter, Kira Sky. That's pretty. On January 29th, she's everything and more than we could ask for, she wrote on Instagram. Former Bachelor star Nick Vale, 43, and his fiancée Natalie Joy, 25, as surgical technologists, welcomed their first baby daughter, River Rose, on February 2nd. That sounds really familiar. River Rose. Isn't that like Gwyneth Paltrow's or Kelly Clarkson's daughter's name? Like, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Engagements. Singer Ashian, 36, and Jay Shell, a DJ, revealed they got engaged for a second time on January 25th. I had already proposed to her on my birthday, but she felt like we were only half fiancés because we're both ladies, and I didn't have a ring. Crime. Oh man, this bothers me because I love Hootie and the Blowfish. On February 1st, country singer Darius Rucker, 57, was arrested on 2 counts of simple possession, casual exchange of a controlled substance, and 1 count of a violation of vehicle registration law in Williamson County, Tennessee. He was booked on all 3 charges as misdemeanors before being released on $10,000 500 bond. The controlled substances were later reported to be marijuana and penicillin, a psychedelic. Well, that sounds vaguely familiar. See, I could have got arrested for this, for exactly this. I got lucky. Deaths. Well, Melinda Ledbetter Wilson, who was married to Beach Boys legend Brian Wilson for 28 years, died at their home in Beverly Hills on January 30th. She was 77. Oh, I love these. Smile. Couple adopt kitten that crashed their wedding. Kara and Matt Hamden had a cat-themed wedding, complete with cat-shaped cake toppers, and at their nuptials, a 3-month-old stray kitten interrupted the ceremony. The cat crashing the wedding was the hit of the night, says Kara 30. The couple wanted to adopt her on the spot, but the kitten ran away. 2 weeks later, the venue called and said the cat had been found, and the newlyweds began the adoption process. Daisy is an out-home in Queens and best friends with the couple's other cat, Gatsby. She has fallen in love with us, and we have fallen in love with her. Oh, there she is. There's Daisy. So sweet. Mark your calendars for happy days ahead. February 10th is Teddy Day. So somebody send me a teddy bear. I want one of those big-ass teddy bears from Walmart. Thank you. February 11th is National Latte Day. February 12th is Hug Day. I gotta remember that. February 13th is Valentine's Day. And February 14th is Valentine's Day. A dog walks into a bar. I will get this right. Sitchumik's little bear lives in Bruce City, so it only makes sense that when the 16-year-old escaped through his backyard gate in January, he was found about an hour later at the neighborhood bar Finks. He's getting old. He figured his days are numbered. He might as well go out and party. Jokes his under Jenny Hazard 65. I don't know if he had beer or not, but we won't tell on him if he did. Oh my goodness, look at that little cutie. Oh, that did make me smile. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so here's our man. Hi, Danny. Robert De Niro opens up about his unparalleled career, raising adorable baby daughter Gia, and what comes next. During the 6 decades he spent in front of the camera, Robert De Niro has earned a reputation for playing no-nonsense tough guys to perfection. He's been magnetically menacing in films from Mean Streets and Taxi Driver to his most recent chilling turn in Killers of the Flower Moon. In person, De Niro is thoughtful and funny as he talks about his career and family, but he's decidedly no-nonsense too. He'll answer a question with one wry word, and he's not shy about making a wisecrack to shut down a quarry. If it's a therapy session, that's one thing, he says, by way of avoiding a follow-up about his childhood during a January interview at the Greenwich Hotel, where he has offices in New York City. This is not. Analyze this? Nope. De Niro's not looking in the rearview mirror because he has his eyes fixed on the road ahead. As things come, you don't expect them, he says. You got to be ready. I'm ready to take whatever life gives me. That philosophy has sustained his storied career, which includes 2 Oscar wins for The Godfather Part 2 and Raging Bull, 10 feature films with friend and director Martin Scorsese, and dozens of films that showcase his dramatic and comedic range from Goodfellas to Meet the Parents. 24 years later, fans still approach him to quote his famous taunt to Ben Stiller, "I will bring you down, baby. I will bring you down to Chinatown." I like the other quote, "I had nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?" That's my favorite. At 60, De Niro isn't slowing down anytime soon. In between sips of chamomile tea, he talks about the future, particularly his desire to continue working. I enjoy it, he says. and savor more time with his family, which recently expanded. Last year, he welcomed his youngest child, Gia, with his girlfriend, martial arts instructor Tiffany Chin, 45, with whom he'd been linked romantically since 2021. She's such an adorable baby, so sweet, he says of the smiley 10-month-old. Wait, his girlfriend's 45 and she's having a baby? Oh, that gives me hope. She's an adorable baby, so sweet, he says of the smiley 10-month-old. When I look at her, everything else goes away, so it's great joy and relief to just be with her in the moment. De Niro's other children, Drina, 56, and Raphael, 47, with his first wife, Diane Elbit, twins Julian and Aaron, 28, with ex-girlfriend Toki Smith, and Elliot, 25, and Helen, 12, with ex-wife Grace Hightower, are proud older siblings. The kids all get a big kick out of her, he says of Gia. The grandkids even. She's their aunt, and they're about to be teenagers. Raphael has 3 children. A family man to his core, De Niro loves when they can all gather. The fact that they'd all be together, he said, is everything to me. One absence that is profoundly felt, his grandson, Leonardo De Niro Rodriguez, Drina's child, who died from an overdose of fentanyl and other drugs last July at age 19. The shocking tragedy left him in disbelief, De Niro says now. It's awful. I was stunned and never thought it would happen, and I just then started thinking about all the things I should have done, maybe with him. I don't know if that would have made a difference, he says, and so that's always playing through my mind. It shouldn't have happened. They have highlights from his iconic career. First one is The Godfather Part 2 for his role as young Vito Corleone De Niro, with Michael V. Gasco putting in a lot of work to learn the Sicilian language. Taxi Driver, De Niro donned a mohawk cap as war vet Travis Bickle. I was going to shoot The Last Tycoon after, he says. I needed hair. Sorry, my nose itches. Raging Bull. Under a doctor's care, De Niro ate everything and gained 60 pounds to portray boxer Jack LaMotta. He won the Best Actor Oscar. He looks so good right here. With that beard and that shaggy hair. God almighty. This Boy's Life. Oh man, that's a good one. With Robert De Niro. That kid had something special. De Niro remembers thinking about young co-star Robert De Niro after seeing him audition for the coming-of-age drama set in the 1950s. That's a great movie. Meet the Parents. De Niro with Ben Stiller showed off his comedic side as a protective dad in the hit, which spawned 2 sequels. I love that movie. Oh, this is one of my favorites of all time, Several Lines Playbook. Impressed with director David O. Russell's terrific film, The Fighter, De Niro was eager to work with him on the dramedy co-starring Bradley Cooper and Jackie Weaver. I love that movie. God, I love that movie. It also has Jennifer Lawrence. Killers of the Flower Moon. After injuring his quadriceps, De Niro, with Lily Gladstone and Leonardo DiCaprio, had surgery, then resumed filming while still recovering. He's a badass. I fucking love it. Okay. Alright, we're going to share one more story in here, because I thought it was really cute. This story. I'm going to share this story, and then we're going to end it on that note. How we found forever. For these 4 couples, happily ever after is just the beginning. Rekindling the flame thanks to a real-life parent trap. Julie Shore and Scott Gade found the magic again with a helpful push from their girls. The decision to separate after 17 years of marriage wasn't one Julie Shore and Scott Gade came to lightly. They share 2 daughters, Rachel and Caroline, and worried about the impact the split would have on them. But problems were left unsolved and stacked on top of one another, recalls Shore, 54, until one day it broke. The couple finalized their divorce in 2018, living separate lives and dating other people until unconventional bit of pandemic quarantine and some well-intentioned scheming by their kids brought them back together. Scott would visit frequently, and that's what brought him back into my world, says Shore. Caroline and I were called it sooner than they did, says Rachel, 24, of her parents' re-emerging spark. I picked up on the energy. They were having a good time with each other. One night I was like, you have a crush on Dad. A week later, she came into my room and said, I think I have a crush on your dad. I planted the seed. Shore and Gabe remarried on December 28, 2023 in Cincinnati, and Rachel immortalized the moment in a TikTok titled Successful Parent Trap, a reference to the 1961 and 1998 films, which now has more than 8.7 million views. I'll have to look that up on TikTok. The divorce was just part of our relationships. Says Gabe, 54. If we didn't go through it, we would have never been able to get back together. To mark the reconciliation, he presented their daughters with rings made from Shore's first engagement ring. They symbolize the reunion of all four of us, explained Shore. It's a reminder that forgiveness, gratitude, and resilience matter. Well, that was cute. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it ran on for so long, but I love you guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Okay.